the moment they are successfully able to change him into that, those are the men that they divorce. those are the men that they grow to loathe and resent, because she doesn't really want you to change. She really doesn't.
But in the beginning, I told her, I said, yo, I'm a loyal individual, but I can't sit here and lie to you and say you would be the only partner. And she took it in and she was like, it's different. I appreciate your honesty. Nobody's ever been that honest and straight up with me. I think I could work with that. All right, so boom, I'm like,
women say they want honesty until you give it to them. She doesn't really want honesty. What she wants is control. And there is no better scenario or situation that illustrates this point than what NLE Choppa recently came out with him and his girl. What you guys need to understand is when women say they want honesty, what she really wants is for you to reveal all your cards so that she can better prepare on how to manipulate her agenda and how she wants things to run.
But you would have to, be cool with the simple fact that I believe in polygamy. So you may not be the only person that I will marry. You know what I'm saying? And I let her know that. And she was like, that's different. I feel like that's cool. I feel like that's something I can work on with being open to as well. I feel like she was with me in the sense of hoping I grew out of it. She was willing to do everything. Did she want to do it? Her mind and her heart wanted to do it. But her soul, that was not what her soul wanted. That's why I left. That's why I had to distance myself. Because I'm not ready for that.
There's one main point that I like to highlight in this video. And he said that it felt like he was consistently trying to pull her back into his world.
It's like we was in two different worlds. And it's like every day I had to bring her back into mine to let her know, like, hey, you told me this is what you wanted, this is what you signed up for.
If you understand nothing else from this video, understand this. If at any point you feel as though you have to continuously pull a girl back into your frame, continuously repeat the same thing that you explained to her multiple times, get rid of her. Two things that happen in that scenario, right? She's either dealing with a weak man who she doesn't respect. She doesn't respect how you're running things, and she's rebelling against you. Women always rebel against weak men, right? She simply doesn't want to be in your frame. She doesn't want to be under your influence. She doesn't follow your direction. She's only with you because you're useful. That's the first scenario. That's most men. And the second scenario is you're a guy like NLE. You have status, you have fame, you have resources. And she's trying to manipulate you into a version of you that's more comfortable for her. Women do this instinctively. And let me tell you something. And the reason why I say it's instinctive is because this is not necessarily bad. You see, it's only bad if you don't understand this. You're going to be manipulated into a version of yourself that's worse than who you already are. Women do not like the version of the man that they change you into. Let me say that again. Women do not like the version of you that she changes you into naturally, right? And so she met you as this like cool, sleek biker dude who always wears, leather jackets, and now all of a sudden you're driving a minivan and you're less assertive. She's going to fall out of love with you. And the thing about NLE is he held his frame. He told her from the beginning, look, I'm a celebrity. I'm a guy. I'm a rapper. I'm going to be dealing with other women. She appreciated the honesty because now she can come up with the plan of how can I manipulate him into a version that is not who he currently is? How can I get him to be monogamous to just me? And him revealing that he consistently had to kind of bring her back to reality, like, look, this is who I am. I thought you were okay with this. Him saying that lets you know she was consistently trying to manipulate him into a version that was only going to focus on her. Why are you going out with that girl? Why are you dating her? Who are you texting? Look, shawty, I told you what it was when I met you. Why are you acting brand new? Because like I said before, the only thing that's going to come out of that scenario is she's either A, going to resent you, because in her mind, even though you told her what it was from the beginning, she's going to pin her resentment on you and say, you didn't let me live my life. This is how you were. You mentally A-worded me. You emotionally A-worded me. That's how that's going to play out. Or at worst, there's going to be an allegation attached to it, like the Jake Paul situation. A girl tried to manipulate him into a relationship, tried to keep him on the stream. She tried to play the game. He hit it one time and quit. Next thing you know, allegation comes out before one of his biggest fights a couple years ago. That's how that happens, guys. When you are upfront with a girl and she pretends to be okay with it just because she has an end goal, stop dealing with her. You think by changing it's gonna make her happy. Guess what? It's not. She's never happy. If you do not meet her at a point in her life where she is where she's in a state of emotional and mental stability, you're fighting a lost cause. Type of guys who get divorced because you gave her everything she wanted. You cater to every single wish she could possibly have. Why don't you do this more? Why aren't you this way more? Why aren't you that way more? You guys have to realize that when women are complaining, they're not really complaining. They're just venting out how they feel in that moment. It's gonna pass. My favorite phrase, and I give all of you permission to adopt it, is she will be all right. I do not jump and bow and crouch and crawl at every single emotion that women have. And that's the problem with guys who are in these relationships, in these situations. Every time she gets upset, every time she starts crying, every time she gets mad, every time she gets sad, you're just right there. What can I do to make it better? Stop doing that, bro. They don't respect that at all. Especially if you're not the one causing it. Why are you jumping to fix it? Stop being Mr. Fix It.
If I tell you I'm a cheat or whatever, and you say I'm cool with that as long as you take care of home, and which I do. I take care of home. Make sure you're right physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. Make sure I'm hands-on with everything. But the littlest bit of peace where I want to do is where I do my dirt at. Because I let you know that, and you approved of it, you signed up for it, you said it was cool. And once I do it, I don't get the peace of mind to do it. I don't feel free, and I don't feel free to who I am as a person. I gotta stick with it.
You might ask yourself, why doesn't she just get a man that isn't a celebrity? Why doesn't she just get a man that's gonna only want to be with her? It's because she doesn't want a man like that. This is the whole nice guy versus bad boy kind of character type. Women are bored with men that they do not have to domesticate. Okay? They don't want a domesticated man. They want a man that they domesticate. They want to find a man that's the most wild berserker of a warrior and change him into a father. Change him into a softer guy. Change him into, a version of him that's more family oriented. But the problem is, the moment they are successfully able to change him into that, those are the men that they divorce. those are the men that they grow to loathe and resent, because she doesn't really want you to change. She really doesn't. And that's the problem. That's what guys don't understand about female nature. They're backwards. they're walking contradictions. Every way you move them is the wrong way. There is no right way. The only way is your way. This is why I'm not concerned about the things that women want, because they want everything and nothing. There is no point to where there's enough. There is no point to where they're satisfied. It is not in her nature to be satisfied. She's discontent by nature. You always have to remain the same version of yourself when she met you. That's the only version she actually likes. That's why she's with you. She found you when you were your own mental point of origin. She found you when you made decisions that solely benefited you. That's what attracted her to you. That's what attracted her to NLE. The fact that he's a rapper, the fact that a bunch of women want him, the fact that he is so young but is so successful at such an early age. He's not even in his prime. Stop catering to the wishes of women. There is no point to where there's enough. There is no right answer. If you ask a woman what she wants, the answer is more. This situation perfectly illustrates this, man. That's why I had to speak on it. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Follow me on TikTok. We successfully made it to 90K. Appreciate that. Everybody who supports, and every time I post, you like it. The algorithm sometimes might ask, hey, how do you feel about this video? If you're hitting I like it, I really appreciate that. It pushes it to more people, and it gets more people on board to what we're trying to do here. Got more content on the way that you guys do not want to miss. I'll see you guys on the next one.